Hello.
I'm Heidi Voss.
And I'm Bella Clementi.
And this
And this
is
is the
the
Cool
Cool Views
Views
Podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Woo!
Baby.
That was closer.
That was
That
pretty
was pretty
good.
good.
So, we want to start every podcast off with a quote from our beloved, the 2,548 best things anybody ever said by
Very
Robert
nice.
Byrne.
Yeah.
The quote we want to read today is number 1,533. There are very few people who don't become more interesting when they stop talking. Mary Lowry. Thank you, Mary. We're going to
Thank
talk.
you, Mary. Mary was a savage. She was just like sitting in the social club saying that stuff to people as soon as they finished telling her their stories that they were really excited about. She was just like, you know what? There are very few people in this world.
My feelings would be crushed.
Oh my gosh.
So upset if somebody turned around and said that to me.
Yeah, me too. And hopefully we're not that for our listeners. Because we just love to talk and talk and talk on this podcast. But that's what podcasts are for.
Blab on forever. So I would like to ask, what are your pronouns?
That's a good question. My pronouns, I use she, her, hers, she, her, hers. Yeah, I feel like for pronouns,
there's not a lot to other than, she,
yeah,
her, if that's how you identify.
I definitely identify with she, her, hers. I've never had an issue with them. What about you?
I would say cis white lesbian, she, her pronouns. We were talking about this before with being PC joke from the first pod.
Thank you to everyone who contacted us, specifically my ding dong head, to let me know that it stands for politically correct. I forgot.
I also didn't know.
No, but yeah, you didn't know. You thought I meant PG. So learn something new. And thanks to our listeners for helping us out.
That was the text I got the most. After our first episode went out, everyone said, PC is politically correct. And I was like,
I was so embarrassed. I was like, I feel like such an idiot. Oh, well.
It's okay. It's okay.
What can you do?
What can you do? We also have our ladies sign and our lava lamp still here. It's still
gotta keep with it. It's so good.
So one thing I wanted to go into was our sort of figuring out
sexual awakening.
Our sexual awakening. How did you figure out you were gay? But first to you yourself.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I also love just hearing what people's stories are in general, because obviously they're all so different. And I'm excited to hear what yours was. I guess for me personally, as you know, we grew up going to Catholic school, and I grew up in a super conservative Catholic environment that was extremely homophobic. So for me personally, I feel like it's really hard to identify a specific moment in time that I knew for a fact that I was queer, because anytime there was anything that seemed like it was a sin or really bad or not following the rules or not what I was being taught, because I was just a very fearful person of like doing the wrong thing. Because I would think about all the time, like, I'm going to go to hell. I'm going to go to hell. I'm already a sinner. I'm not good enough.
Which is so messed up.
Yeah, I don't know.
For kids to be told, this is a mortal sin. You're going to go to hell for this. You will not be forgiven.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, just a lot of things related to sexuality were just so poo-pooed. If it was, like, sex stuff in general wasn't really talked about in a positive way, in my opinion. And also it was just such a sin in general. So then on top of that, anything that was like homosexual was like you are literally going to burn in Satan's kingdom for the rest of your eternal life. So that was really scary. But that being said, I have a moment from middle school where there was this girl that was one of my classmates, and I remember we were having like a sleepover, all hanging out or something, and she was like a, you know, like a pretty girl, and I kissed her on the cheek.
Oh,
um but I guess like I guess my lips were like wet or something, and her reaction was like, ew, Bella, like you just kissed me and your mouth was so soggy, that was so disgusting, and just like freaked out. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. And I was so shaken by that, and I felt
rude.
disgusting and gross, and I was like, I don't know, I just was like, I don't know what any I just remember I was like, I'm never gonna kiss a girl again, that's for sure. And I don't know why I did it, and I don't know how I feel about it. And I was like so embarrassed about it happening. So I feel like that, in reflection, was definitely a moment where I felt really uncomfortable about what had happened. And like if I maybe wasn't gay, I wouldn't have been as uncomfortable as I felt at the time. Like I was so embarrassed to the point where I don't know, it's a standout memory for me, and it definitely changed how I don't know, just like how I felt about her maybe when
Yeah,
I
and
saw
also it
her.
probably scared you into like, oh, I'll think about this another time in the
It
future.
scared the shit out of me. And then just again because of Catholicism and brainwashing and just my environment, and just like the way that I just feel like I was so ignorant and naive and closed-minded out of fear. Anytime there was any sort of like thought or feeling or any situation that was not very heteronormative, I would feel really ashamed, really uncomfortable, didn't talk to anybody about it, and just would push it out of my mind as much as possible. And then I went to college, and it was just such a freeing place where I felt like I was able to have the space to work through those feelings and thoughts and confront them, because I couldn't do that at high school. I couldn't do that in my home environment. I couldn't do that in Virginia where I grew up. Like I didn't have those opportunities to grow and like learn about myself because it was just such a closed-minded upbringing, and college just felt like I can be free, and this is really scary to confront and like test the waters and figure things out in an environment where I feel like I have the space to do that and support system to do that. And
So when you went
I
to college, you saw other gay people.
yeah, I went to college, and I was like, I remember literally thinking like, whoa, there's so many gay people here. Everybody's gay.
And you went to
And
college up north.
I went to college up north in New York, and I also was just like, it was just so different because I went to Catholic school my whole life, and I was like, I don't know, I'm so I'm such a dum-dum sometimes. Like I didn't realize so many things about the world, and
No, they weren't
because
teaching us.
yeah,
No, it was such a horrible environment. Like even sex
yeah.
ed, like nothing was
Oh,
taught about
nothing.
homosexuality. Like
No.
nothing. They were like, I think they made us sign pledges too that said you will abstain from sex until marriage. Like
All kinds of weird
they
stuff.
had us doing weird stuff.
I
I
don't
do
know.
feel like growing up in a Catholic conservative household, I grew up in a very Catholic conservative
Yeah.
household. So coming out for me has been traumatic all the way up until this day. Um,
Yeah, when do you think you realized for yourself that you were not straight?
so I think that I've said this before, denial is a very strong thing. I remember thinking girls were cute but in like an innocent way. Like I didn't want to do anything like, and I even remember like changing in the locker room and stuff and being like, I have to make sure I look away. Like I don't want to look
Me
at
too. It
anybody
was
and make them feel
so
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, which
So
is such a red
uncomfortable.
flag. You're gay. Like
Yeah.
no other girl was like, let me divert my eyes so that you don't ever feel uncomfortable
Yeah,
around
like
me.
I can't
Nope.
be butt naked in the same room as you.
Yes, which is so sad. And I remember one time, like, I didn't even think that I was gay at this point, but I remember watching TV and a commercial came on with two gay men. And my mom was like, oh, the gay agenda, like putting this on television. And it like stung, like, but I didn't even know. But I remember being like, oh my God, like, I better not ever be that. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you
The
know,
guilt. Yeah,
the
I
Catholic guilt, like,
yeah.
you better never do this.
Did your
And
parents ever tell you they would disown you if you came out as gay?
they never talked about it. We had no gay friends. We had no gay family members.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it was, I remember talking to my grandfather one time and him saying, like, man, gay people, like, it's so sad. Like, it's like a mental disease. And I was like, oh my God, this is something
Holy
else.
cow.
And like, it's just so, like, I was like, I can't be that. I can't be that. And then, like,
Yeah.
we grew up going to Catholic school. It was always a bad thing. And then I was the opposite of you, and I went to school in the South, and there were like no gay people. And it was all straight people. And I remember a specific moment, my freshman year of college, you go in for orientation. And on the very first day, they like have you move into your dorms, and then they bring you into the auditorium, and they had like entertainment for us. So there was a comedian and a hypnotist and different things. And the hypnotist went on stage and said, like, picked out 5 people and then said, if any of you want to be hypnotized but you haven't been chosen, like, just follow along to my voice. And I clearly remember thinking, do not let yourself be hypnotized or you will announce to everyone that you are gay. And then I remember thinking to myself, oh my God, why did I just think that? Like, come on, dude, wake up. Like,
Oh my God. And then you were like, wait a minute.
wait a minute. No, even
I'm not
then,
even
I was like,
hypnotized yet.
yeah, I'm not even
I'd
hypnotized.
already learned
I
things.
remember thinking, like, why did I
Damn.
think that? Like, that's not a thing. But like, what? Like, no straight person is thinking to themselves, what if I announce to the world that I'm gay? No straight person is thinking that.
Yeah.
Which
Wait.
is sad.
Also, what happened after you had that thought and you were like, wait a minute, why am I thinking that thing? Like,
I
what did you
think
think after that?
I remember thinking, why did I just think that? And then I felt embarrassed. And then I just shut it down. Like, shut it down.
So
Was
then
like,
you
no.
were still avoiding that thought and you were just acting like that thought never occurred in your brain and la di da, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For how
And
long? You said that was your
probably
freshman year.
that was my very first day, freshman year. And then I didn't have my first like gay experience until after second semester freshman year. Um Wait, what was your question?
Um, my question was just like, how long did you tell yourself that thought
Oh,
never happened? I just think that is
it
it is, you're so right that denial is so strong. And I feel like I always have a hard time personally talking about like my aha moment because I was trying so hard to not think, to avoid any of,
mhm.
that sort of thing.
Well, I remember my freshman year, I was on a hallway with you know, a bunch of girls and guys, and they all were like flirting with each other. And the school that I went to was in the South, and the only thing to do was join a sorority or a fraternity, or you were an outcast and you were not invited to parties. And like, I feel like I had a super weird experience my first semester freshman year where my roommate was like a very feminine girly girl. I loved her. But she was being invited out with sororities first semester. Rush is after winter break, you go back early and it's 3 days of recruitment.
Oh, before classes start?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang. That's kind of nice. That's fun.
I guess. But so all these girls were being invited out to the sorority parties so they could get to know them. And I remember they were all invited to this white trash party. And
white trash.
Yeah, it was a white trash party.
Man.
So it was really funny. They were dressing all like Southern, and they put like balloons in their bellies so that they were pregnant. And all these girls come into my
That's
room.
kind of fucked up.
I know.
Fucked up.
So then I remember I was taking makeup and I was just putting hickeys on their necks with makeup. And I had like an empty cigarette pack and they were like sticking it in their bra. And like we were doing like a lot of funny stuff. Yeah. But I wasn't invited out with the sorority. And I think it was because I wasn't girly enough. Oh, but wow. It was very weird to me because I was friends with all of those girls. My roommate was one of the girls being invited out. And I thought, oh, they must not be able to invite me because they were invited to this party. So I was just like in my pajamas and like laughing and helping them get ready. And then at the very end, all of them are leaving the room and they turn around and they're like, oh, did you want to come? And I was like, what? I was literally, I remember being like, no, I'm okay. I'm just going to stay in. But it was more rude to me that they said that at the end. And it was crazy to me because I was like, I'm fun and I'm nice. And like, I was the one who threw the parties in high school.
My God.
So the fact that I was acting like I
was the cool guy.
I was cool.
You were the cool guy.
Oh my God. Like I am being like rejected right now. Like it was such a weird feeling. Like I was like, why invite me last second? Like, why not just pretend that I couldn't go because it was an invite only kind of thing?
Yeah, you know? That's insane. Also, so uncomfortable. And when you're a freshman,
I know.
I would have cried.
I was like, what the heck?
I'm sorry that happened. That's terrible.
It's okay. It was so crazy. But then everybody on my hall, I didn't even want to join a sorority because that was sort of how I thought of it. Like, well, I'm not girly enough. And it's like all these pretty femme girls. And that just makes me nervous because I love femme girls. And so I was just like, I don't know if I want to do this. But then all the other friends that I had in the hall were like, no, we're all signing up. You have to do this. This is the only thing that you can do to be cool in school. So I was like,
it's so dumb.
So dumb.
So you just did it because everybody else is doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you had to pay for it.
So
you're like paying.
What? Wait, before you even get into the sorority, you have to pay for it?
You had to pay for recruitment, and literally you would go in day by day. You would meet every single girl. They'd have you line up one by one. You'd meet somebody. They'd take you into a corner of the room. And you'd have to talk to them, small talk.
That whole thing is so, I did that. Not, oh my God, vomit.
And then I remember on the second day of recruitment, you'd go in and you'd get a card and they would tell you if you were invited back and which sororities liked you and then were inviting you back for the second round of interviews. And as I was walking from my dorm room to the common hall to get my card, there were girls sobbing, walking out because their cards were blank. Why would they even give them a card? What? Dude,
yeah, that's like those scenes when the kids are like in a show, like Pen 15 has a scene like this, for example. Have you seen Pen 15?
No.
Oh my God, you have to watch it. It's on Hulu. You have to watch it.
Okay.
I'll have to tell you what the premise is in a sec. But there's a scene where the premise is basically it's these two actors, or they're actresses, and they are the writers of the show, but they're also in the show. And the premise of the show is like being in middle school in like the 90s, but they're 30-year-old women, and most of the rest of the cast that they're interacting with
Our little kids.
Our little kids.
Oh my God, that's really
It's
funny.
so good. And like it's just like these two geeky best friends, and they go through these cringy ass moments just constantly throughout the show. And they also like touch on topics like masturbation, like figuring out what that whole thing is. And it's just so relevant. And every scene I'm just like, oh, I was there.
Hilarious. Yeah,
But
I was there for that. I was feeling that.
yeah, you have to watch it. Add it to your watch list. You will not regret it. It is literally one of the funniest shows. Me and my sister always like texting each other, dying laughing because it's so funny, which is just great to connect on. But they have a scene where they go up because they're trying to get into the play for their school or whatever. It's just like that moment of like looking at the list to see if you got a role. Anyway, that's the same as like the cards being blank, just like your name's not there.
Yeah, it's
that was a really
sad.
long tangent. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
So, that's so crazy. They would give blank cards. Did you get the 2 sororities that you hoped to get?
Yes.
Of course, because you are truly cool.
And they really liked me because that is a pretty funny story. I went in and sororities have different mascots. Do you know about that?
I don't know if
Maybe
I knew that.
not at every school, but my school, every sorority had a animal attached to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like ASA was ladybugs, Kappa Delta was frogs. I was in Alpha Gamma Delta, and our mascot was squirrels.
Oh, yeah.
And so when I went in, I knew nothing about anything with sororities. I was fully just doing it because my friends were doing it. And I got introduced to one of the girls, and I was like, oh my gosh, your guys' animal is squirrels? And then I was like, have you seen that YouTube video of the little girl who finds the dead squirrel? And she's petting it, and she brings it to her parents, and she goes, it's a squirrel, it's dead. And I like busted into laughter. And they thought apparently when we all leave the room, they vote on everybody.
And who they liked the most or whatever, right?
So my nickname apparently was Dead Squirrel Girl. And that's how I got in. Yes.
That's amazing. That's such a good story because it's so genuine. You know what I mean? It's just like, or maybe that's what everybody's sorority story is like, but I don't know. That's just such a pure hilarious that you were just being yourself and you're like, squirrels! And then you just went off.
No, for the rest of the 4 years, they would call me Dead Squirrel Girl. Like nobody else was doing that. Like everybody was trying to be, on your best behavior. And I was just like, yo, have you seen this video? It is hilarious.
I think we have to make Dead Squirrel Girl shirts.
That would be so funny. It's that squirrel. It's dead. It is so funny. Do you remember that video?
Oh, yeah. Now I really want to go watch it.
I know.
I'm going to watch it later. It's
a good
such a classic.
It's a good one. But so, I joined a sorority. I was surrounded by hot women. And that was the first girlfriend I ever had. I met a girl, and this is another like gay realization. I remember being at a pledge party. So they had a party with a fraternity, and all the pledges had to dance on the dance floor together, which is so awkward and weird. But I thought
that's so weird.
So weird.
A gaylization.
Mm-hmm. Gaylization. I like that.
Gaylizations.
But I thought to myself, I think that girl's really cute. I want to be her friend. Because again, what? Come on, Heidi. Why are you saying I think that girl's really cute? I should be her friend. So then I started asking people about her. And somebody said to me, she's never smoked before. So then my brilliant mind, I go up to her on the dance floor. The music is so loud. And I said, can I take your weed virginity? And then she turned to me and she was like, did you just say, can I take your virginity? And I was like, no. Oh my God. And we clicked after that.
Oh man. She's like, I wish you said that.
I wish you said that. And I said, I will do that. And I did.
Oh. You took a weed virginity and a regular virginity.
I did.
Hey, mad props.
Thank you.
Good work out there. You went out on the dance floor and you grooved your way right on over.
I grooved my way right on over. It was so funny and weird. Like that's such a weird thing. But I do remember thinking like, oh, that person's cute. I want to go talk to them, which is another like, come on, like you should really think about that. But
it's hard sometimes to, especially from our backgrounds. Like I feel like that has just made everything made a lot of things so much more confusing and hard, and
internalized
working through
homophobia
it's such a thing.
Such a crazy thing. I, for sure, with the family that I grew up in and everything, was like, I cannot be this. Like, please, I can't be this. And then I ended up dating that girl and we hid it even from our friends for like 1.5 years, which was so painful.
Yeah, that's really intense.
Really, really crazy. I can elaborate on that in future episodes. I gotta keep the people on a hook.
We gotta keep the people on the hook, so we gotta finish that story next time.
But for now, I would like to, since this is the Cool Views podcast and we would like to review things, Bella and I have 2 reviews that we would like to surprise you.
Wait, also I have to say this before I forget it because I'm a nerd and I'm still hooked on gaylizations and coining that term.
I like that term.
Libations and Gaylizations.
Hey, you want to cheers?
Cheers!
No, to the middle. To the middle. That way.
To the. I have my.
Yes. Ding.
Cheers! I'll drink to that. I just don't want to forget. It seems catchy.
The title of this episode? We should
Libations and Gaylizations.
That's fantastic. Good one, Beja.
Thank you. It's pretty good. What can I say? I'm so clever.
Bella is so clever. I text her and I'm like, help me come up with the title, please.
So yeah, don't hate on the titles.
They're beautiful.
They're so good. Okay, anyway, we were gonna do a couple of reviews because this is something I've been wanting to do forever, and Heidi's gonna kick it off. She has a product she wants to read a review from.
Yes, it's called Biotics, and I've ordered them before, and Bella and I have actually tried them, so we can discuss like if we feel that they actually work or not. But it's a probiotic drink that you drink before you drink liquor or beer or anything. And it's supposed to have like something extra in it that your liver has to help digest alcohol so you're not hungover the next day.
An enzyme, I think, right?
I think
so. Is it an enzyme?
I believe so. Know. Are probiotics enzymes? It is an enzyme. I believe you're right. I can fact check and add the little subtitle like I have been doing.
Read the subtitles this time, guys.
Yes, where I did put in politically correct. Shout out to Google.
No, it's fine. I don't mind if people. We love the feedback. Please keep giving us feedback.
Yeah, we do like it. Rate, review, subscribe on YouTube. We actually are not on Spotify, so you cannot rate and review. Just
soon,
give us a comment.
Soon. Spotify soon. I gotta work on that.
Subscribe. We got it. For now, we're okay. We just starting out. We're trying our best. So let me read you this review. It's short and sweet. And then we can talk about how we felt after we took it.
Yeah.
Okay. I found this on Reddit. Somebody was asking, where can I buy these? Somebody commented their user ID was everything electronic. Shout out to you. So since I discovered Biotic and asked about it, I've used it and now can confirm it works. It's well worth the money. If I have more than 3 drinks, I'm definitely drinking one. I can literally black out and just feel like a little tired instead of wishing I was dead the next day.
Oh my God. What? Holy
so
shit.
Funny?
Yes.
I was like,
Oh my God.
Round of
Good for
applause.
them. I'm glad it's working for them. They're a brand ambassador.
Yeah, brand
Holy
ambassador.
crap.
I thought that was a
Wow.
hilarious comment.
That is so hilarious.
But I
So
do,
good.
when I drank them, I did feel like I was waking up the next day fine, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And we took
Yeah.
them when we went to Firefly. We went to this multiple day festival. So we were really drinking. And the next morning, we were waking up because we were in tents in the sunlight. And I was like,
my mattress was like half deflated the whole weekend. And I was just like, it's like a waterbed.
wait, I thought we fixed it the second night. Did we not?
No, we kept refilling it, but it still was like a little lumpy. No, it was perfect.
Bad.
Thank you to whoever lent it to me. It was great. But
it was bad.
Like, I should have been so sore the next day between running around at this freaking festival campground and being intoxicated and sleeping on a lumpy bed.
And do you feel like you felt any different from like drinking regularly and taking the Biotics? Or you're not sure?
I'd like to give it a round 2, but I feel like, I mean, I did not have a single day that festival where I woke up and felt like garbage. I felt like I woke up and I was like, I got a good night's rest and I'm ready to go.
Yes.
Let's go listen to some music again.
We were with a bunch of friends and everybody had different tents, but Bella and I had our own tent, and I had like a rainbow balloon that I had.
It was called the Pussy Palace.
The Pussy Palace. We had the Pussy Palace, and it was just
yes. It was so good.
Bring any babes home with us.
No, we didn't.
We just our little Pussy Palace.
Yeah, it was safe. It was our safe house.
It really was.
We'd go out and run around and rage, and then come home and be like.
I felt so happy whenever we go back home.
I know. It was such a cozy tent. You set it up also, and you had so many cozy blankets. It was so... I missed that tent. And it was cold at night, which was so nice.
We got to go again next year.
We got to go again. It was so much fun. Honestly, hands down, one of my favorite memories of probably all time.
That was the first sleepaway festival I had ever gone to.
Me too. That's so crazy. It was your first one. I feel like you were so prepared, and I just showed up and was like, here I am.
Oh, I prepped for days before. And then I remember it was pouring rain when we got to our parking spots.
Oh my God.
I had to set the tent up in the rain, and that was a pain.
And I missed that. Thank goodness for me.
Yeah. You really lucked out. Really.
I just showed up and I was like, what's up, guys? I'm here.
I was so happy when you came.
That was really awesome that I got to come.
Yeah.
I was like,
it was so much fun. And our friends that have the Dick Waffle Company.
Yeah.
Were there, and they were giving us Dick Waffles. We picked them. We gave them some monies, but they are so kind, and they always give us whatever Dick Waffles we want.
That was so fun too, to like know a vendor and be friends with them, and also to have
the vendor. That was so fun. A lot of the time, the lines for the bathroom were insane. So Bella and I would sneak behind the vendor and go to the bathroom back there. That was so nice. And then I remember one time.
Don't tell our secret.
I won't tell our secret. I was just going to say our friend was a trooper. And I remember, I think she brought us water bottles. And we were like standing behind this ditch, like a moat full of water, and she went running towards us and went through the moat, like,
oh my God,
like, I got these water bottles for you. And I was like, you are the real one.
A godsend.
She's the best.
She really is the best. She is the best. She's so good. She's so pure. I love her.
Is. So would you like to tell me about your review?
Yes. Okay, my review that I'm reading today, a shout out to one of my pals, my good gal pals, who she knows that I love reading reviews and I save them on my computer if I think they're funny, and she sent me this one. So the review is for a product that is called Sports Sheets Under the Bed Restraint System. So if you can't tell from the name, it's basically a restraining set for sexual activities. I will read you the description first, the highlights, and then my favorite review of the 2 reviews that are available for this product. So, restrain your lover for unrestrained passion. Since 50 Shades popularized bondage romance, more and more couples have been drawn to try it. Thanks to sports sheets, you can now have fun without the fear of getting hurt. This under the bed restraint system is the perfect set for an introduction into the whirlwind of BDSM. Whirlwind. Highlights include 4 cuffs with Velcro closures, 4 adjustable restraint straps, 1 strap connector. It's portable and travel sized, and it's versatile for all manners of restraints. Just to give you visuals, you hook them up under your bed, they come out on top of your mattress. You can tuck them right back into your mattress and nobody has to know, unless they're digging around. If you have a guest, they're portable. You can pack them up in your luggage. You're going, on vacation, bring your straps with you. Pretty great. And
I like that.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think it's awesome. But there's only 2 reviews on this website for this product. The first review, the title is Great for Travel and Quickies. And the review says this: I really love this product. I just feel like Anastasia when I'm tied up. The sound of the Velcro straps really sets the mood. Yesterday evening, as I was falling asleep, I was fortunate to hear the sound of 2 possums going at it. While listening to this raucous display of affection, I decided to get out my favorite restraints and give it a go. Needless to say, all 3 of us finished the night.
Oh my God. I did not expect that.
Right?
Possums?
Possums. They're like, I heard possums getting it on, and I wanted to get it on myself with my bed straps.
By herself?
Yeah.
That is also an added element I wasn't expecting.
I know, right?
If you're tied up. What?
Hey, whatever you gotta do.
Oh no, I definitely don't judge her for that, but I'm just interested.
You're surprised that, yeah. And also that she was like, and she's like, I'm hearing possums be their animal selves outside my bedroom window, and
that's a little bit, the animal
I'm gonna blow off some steam.
A little bit.
But also that it's just possums. It's possums.
Yeah, possums.
I don't know what possums even sound like having sex. I don't know
either.
If I want to know, to be honest. I'm not going to look that up.
No. Baby possums, so cute.
Oh, I know. I agree. Some people do not think possums are cute, but truly, I think they are incredible animals. Also, their tails are so strong. Aren't they the ones that can hang from trees? Their tails are so strong, and they're so cute, and they're smart. They have cute little hands.
That is so funny. Yeah. I do remember after watching 50 Shades of Grey trying bondage things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because of the movie? Yes, because of the movie. It was fun.
Did you like it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Nice.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. To each their own.
To each their own. Yeah.
Sometimes,
I mean, whatever.
In the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Gotta let it happen.
For sure. And with like all of our internalized homophobia, like sometimes it's like, oh, this is naughty. We have to do it now. Because it's like, you shouldn't be doing this. It is guilt, Catholic guilt. Let me.
I gotta say though, my Catholic guilt is totally gone. I don't have that anymore. You're still working through. Well, but I would say that's because we'll have to talk about this next time, just like our coming out experiences and how different they are.
Definitely. Next episode, we'll talk about like coming out to our parents and friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we sign it off?
I think we should sign it off. So thanks everyone for listening to another episode of the Cool Views. I think our goal is for this to be 30 minutes. So we'll see.
Fingers
crossed. We'll have to chat. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Thank you for listening.
Until next time, ta-ta for now.
Bye.
Bye.